Greetings, I'm John Setzler. Welcome back to the Kamado Joe Cooking Channel. Today we are going to put together part one of a two-part series on dry aging our big ribeye roast that we recently purchased with the UMAi Dry Aging Kit. So in this first section we're going to take a look at this process. So let's get started. First thing I want to show you is the equipment. This is the UMAi bag that we're going to use for our big roast, and this is their vacuum seal bag that's used for dry aging. And what makes this unique is this bag is not like a regular vacuum seal bag. This bag will allow moisture to escape over time and allow this beef to dry age without allowing air back into the bag. So that's how this works, and that's what makes these bags different from a regular vacuum seal bag. So that's the product, and the first thing we have to do is take our roast out of its existing packaging and put it in this one. So let's have a look at the roast. I wanted to start this project out with a good quality piece of meat, so I stopped by Costco and I picked up a whole ribeye, boneless ribeye roast. It's prime grade, and this guy weighs 16.89 pounds. So what we have to do, or what I've done already here, is I have already cleaned this packaging. What we want to do to start this process is clean this packaging, because we're not going to take it all the way off. And the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to cut the packaging across the top and down the sides a little bit, and we're going to drain the liquid out to do this first part. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you how we're going to put this in the UMAi Dry Age bag. Okay, what I've done to get started here is I have cut and I've peeled back the packaging for this roast, and I have taken my UMAi bag and folded it down over itself, and we're going to slide this on the top of the meat and just work it down over the existing packaging, and then pull the factory packaging off just like that. The reason we use that process is because we need to keep the inside of this part of the bag really clean so we can get a good vacuum seal. So the first thing we're going to do is get this meat pushed all the way down into the bag, and then we're going to seal off a corner. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to close the vacuum sealer on that corner of the bag, and we're going to close it up, and we're just going to do a seal. We're going to let it seal. We're going to do a double seal, actually. We're going to let it finish sealing, and then we're going to seal it again after it sits for 10 seconds. So we're almost finished with the first seal. Okay, and we're going to let that sit for 10 seconds before we seal it again. And after 10 seconds passes, we're going to let it seal one more time to make sure we get a really good seal there before we move on to the next step. And after we have that corner sealed up like that, we're going to use the Vac Mouse that comes with this kit. We're going to slide it right into the bag here, right to the edge. And then we're going to start working our vacuum seal on that. We're going to get our bag lined up here in the chamber. And then we'll close the lid. And once we have the lid closed and the Vac Mouse in place, we're going to manually seal this. So we're going to start it and stop it manually. And as we're going to work air out of the bag with our hands to make sure we've got a good surface contact with the meat from the bag. And we'll just start it and stop it as we need, and make sure, like I said, that we've got good contact all the way down the meat. And once we get a good seal on that, we're going to let it seal with the vacuum sealer. So I'm going to press the seal button. We're going to get our first seal, and we're going to do a double seal on this. So we're going to let the first seal make, and then we're going to back it out just a little bit and do a double seal so we get a really nice, good quality seal on this bag. So the first seal is done. So I'm going to pop that open, and we're going to pull this back just a tad and do another one right behind it. So I'm just going to do a manual seal on that, and then we're going to have a look at that seal. Okay, that seal is complete. So I've got a nice, good quality seal here across the top of this bag. And now what we have to do, this guy's got to go to the refrigerator, so I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. I've got a cooling rack here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this cooling rack in my refrigerator, and we will set the meat on this rack where we can have air circulating all the way around this meat, top and bottom. So this is going to wrap up the first section of this video. So what I'm going to do is we're going to put this in, and I'm going to let it dry age in the refrigerator for at least 28 days. So when we get to that point, we'll come back for part 2 of this video where I'll show you what we're going to do with the meat, and then we'll actually cook some of it. So if you guys are interested in this, I've got links in the video description here to the website where you can get this product. It's really going to be great. So check it out. And until next time, this is John Setzler with the Kamado Joe Cooking Channel.